Is there a dua for barakah in time? What a great question. The best way to get barakah in time, I would say there's 3 ways. And by the way, there are things called time warps where time can actually be expanded. And this is undeniable for anybody that has been to Medina and experienced a day in Medina, which is not like a day anywhere else in the world. And I would argue in Mauritania, my own experience of time really slowed down when I was in the desert in Mauritania. A year there is like 3 or 4 years somewhere else. So barakah in time is very real, what you accomplish in your time. I think in some ways California probably has the least barakah of time because everything's here in nanoseconds and it's just very fast. My father told me once that you get to a certain point in life and every 15 minutes it's breakfast. So time does speed up. And we want to get the best of our time. So the way, there's one of the great scholars, Ibrahim ibn Abdul Wahid al-Maqdisi, he told one of his students, Liya al-Maqdisi, he asked him, how can I benefit from my time? And he said, أكثر من قراءة القرآن. He said, read more Quran. He said, the more Quran you read, the more barakah will be in your time. And so it's when we read about the Salaf, they all read a great deal of Quran. And so also the werd in the morning, even if you do a short one, it's very important to have a consistent practice. Those will give you more barakah. Also the du'as of Allahumma barak lana fima razaqtana. Right? So that asking for barakah, because time is rizq. So put barakah in the rizq of our time. There are many du'as about barakah, and so just asking for that time expansion, but qira'at al-Quran, and then praying on time, not missing your prayers, because the Sayyidina Umar and the Muwatta begins with the hadith of the awqat al-salah. And it's very interesting that Imam Malik began his book with the hadith about the prayer times. And Sayyidina Umar sent a letter out. This is in the Muwatta. He sent a letter out to all the governors. And he said, guard your prayer time, because whoever guards his prayer time, he will be guarding everything else, even, that if you protect your prayer times, Allah will protect all your other times. So it's very important to have your prayer times on time. And then the third thing, so a lot of Quran, making sure that you're praying on time. And then the third thing is getting up early. The Prophet ﷺ said, my ummah was blessed in the early part of the day. And anybody who knows this, if you stay up after Fajr, you will look at the clock and it'll be like 10 o'clock and you'll feel like you've had a whole day. Whereas if you sleep after that time, which is in our traditions called Nawm al-Nadama, the remorseful sleep. If you sleep after that time, what you'll find is you get up at 8 or 9, and then before you know it, it's 3 or 4 o'clock. And then the day's over. And this is something everybody has experienced. So those are the ways to get barakah in time. Wallahu a'lam. How about when you have the time but your brain is overwhelmed and can't take anything in? That's a problem, because we all feel that. Just recreation is very important. Taking walks is important. When you feel that way, just go and take some time. Also just being in nature, what the Japanese call forest bathing. Just going out into nature. Nature will rejuvenate just by the experience of being in a natural environment. It will rejuvenate your spirits. Also, just maintaining good health, like exercising and eating well, is very important. So brain fog is real, and one of the ways to to do that. Real study is very tiring. It really can exhaust you. It's invigorating and it's tiring like exercise. So you need breaks from that time. روحوا قلوبكم ساعة ساعة. Ibn Abbas's advice was to give your heart some repose from time to time. And that's why he used to, when they studied tafsir, he would say, Hatu dawaween, bring the poetry. Let's hear some poetry. So they would relax from that intensity of study to something that's more enjoyable. And that's why literature is very important, to read things that are edifying, but they're also enjoyable. And then the dua also, Allahumma inni a'udhuka min al-ajzi wal kasal, is a really important dua, because the ajiz is the one who wants to do something but they don't have the energy to do it. The kaslan is the one who has the energy but doesn't want to do it. So the Prophet sought refuge from both states, from laziness but also from incapacity.